Easykart Juniors are up next. Earlier, we caught up with some of the drivers.
Sky, terrific result for you last month in a very competitive field as well in the junior class. How long have you been at Easykart? Was that your first win, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's my first year in Easykart and 2 strokes, so it's quite difficult for me, but I'm trying to get used to it. So.
And what was your history then? What did you do before Easykart?
I did pro karting for about a year, but that was kind of like not competitive. But then I kind of liked 2 strokes, and I just got into that really.
So you started this year, and obviously you got to the last round. And what was it that you think clicked and made you think, you know what, I can win this today?
I think I kind of got quite a bit confident about my racing, and I was quite quick through the hairpins, so that kind of got my confidence a bit more. So, yeah.
And Whilton Mill today, you like Whilton Mill, and what do you think? Can you do the double final round?
I'll try. This is my first race here at Whilton Mill. I've tested here a few times. I like the track, so. Yeah.
Toby, championship leader in juniors coming into the final round. Got a reasonably comfortable lead. Can you get it done today, do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, we have about a 30 points lead, but it's just going to be about keeping on the track. Obviously, you know, not getting carried away, not getting into battles that end up me being in the grass. So just kind of keeping it calm, keeping it steady, not getting ahead of myself. You know, the championship is so close, but yet so far away with a whole day left to go. So yeah, it's just going to be about keeping it calm and keeping it maybe on the podium, but we'll see how it goes.
Tyrone, third in the Cadet Championship last year. First year in juniors. You're in second place at the moment. Obviously, you'd like to go one better, but that's going to be a bit tough this weekend, you think?
Oh yeah, it's 30 points. I'm 30 points behind Toby, so I'll try my hardest, but I think he's got it in the bag this year.
And what's your plans for next season? Still in juniors?
Yeah, I'm going to hope to win it, but it's going to be a lot of tough competition from Harry Graham, Scantley and Still and all that. So yeah.
You were 6th last year in the championship, 3rd place at the moment, so you're getting closer and closer, second year in juniors. I want to look forward to next year. What's it going to take? Because there's a lot of competition. We know Tyrone's still going to be in it next year, a couple of the other guys as well. What do you think for next year?
It's just got to be consistent really on the points.
And this season, you feel you've had a better season this year than last year? You're running stronger?
Yeah, definitely.
Harry, first season in juniors this year. You were one of the top runners in cadets, 4th place in the championship at the moment, but just sum up the junior season, your first junior season this year for me.
So we started at Shennington and was very surprised with the 2nd place there. And I was really close behind Tyrone. And then Teesside was okay, we got 5th. And then Landau, I was doing really well. And then, but in the final, I got the spark plug seized, so I didn't manage to finish that race, so could have done well there. And then it's been up and down all season, but staying really inside the top 6 all the time. And then Buckmore is one of my favourite tracks, so I got 3rd there 3 weeks ago, and now we just have to see how it turns out today.
Yeah, final round today, but looking forward to next season then. What are you thinking? A lot of competition for you that's still going to be in it next year, Tyrone amongst them. What would you hope for next year?
Just the same really, top 3 in the championship. And
So let's get underway with the juniors. Goodman and Huntley on the front row of the grid from Harry Barlow and Ty Stansfield. Sky Siddle and Will Martin the leading rookies. Harry Graham, Morgan Root, Tom Massarella and Jake Mills rounding out the top 10. Cole and Cunliffe, Brown and Baldry, Gartside and Bush going well from Davison and Rigg, with our 2 at the back. 2 drivers hoping that their season will end better than the weekend's gone so far, Charlotte Fox and Will Checkley. Here we go, straight off into oblivion, and then through Crook. Harry Barlow, we're on board with that camera. He's jogging about all over the place as he chases down after Toby Goodman. But these 2 have broken clear of the rest. They've already got a sizable gap as the battle for 4th position goes on there. Sky Siddle managing to get through into 4th position. Good move there. Here is Goodman. Any finish wins him the championship in 2016. So as far as he's concerned, just hanging on here in the lead is going to be enough to get the job done. Harry Barlow will want to take a win off him in the final reckoning. There's contact behind. That's Bush, and it looked as though Tom Davison went into the back of him there. Oh, that's going to be a penalty, and straight away it was picked up by the driving standards official on the corner. So unfortunately, Davison, he just missed his braking, went straight into the back of Harley Bush. Nothing he could do about it. Right, we're on board with Harry Barlow, chasing down the 7 of Goodman. Through Oblivion and Crook, up through Fine Lady. This camera is all over the place as Barlow has a look for the lead into Christmas, and he's through. Great move from Harry Barlow as he disappears up over the curb. Now you can watch pretty much every single curb he takes here as he goes into Ashby, dislodges the camera into a new position. They might need to screw it on a bit tighter next time, but you can just see how much energy and vibration there is on these karts through every corner. Back onto the inside straight. Again, every little twitch of the kart sends the camera into a different location and a different angle. It's almost like riding on a motorbike as through again to the lead goes Goodman. Into the final turn and back onto the main straight once again, and that's a lap of Whilton Mill on board a junior kart. Into Oblivion again and up and over the curbs, and these two have been caught now. It was a 2-horse race, now it is a 3-horse race. Ty Stansfield is in the mix, and up to another position, that is Massaralla. Massaralla's making up a move there, so a good position made up there. That puts him into 7th position behind the 6 of Scott Huntley. So now here comes Barlow having another look at the leader. Stansfield right on the tail. Sky Siddle's getting into the mix as well. She's in 5th position behind the 60 of Will Martin, who is currently the leading rookie. A great battle at the front, and those two who had made a break, they battled and swapped positions twice in one lap, and look what it's done to the race. It's made it an open contest once again. Into the final turn, down the main straight. Goodman leading, Barlow second. Right on our tail is Ty Stansfield. We can't afford to let up. Into Crook and up towards Fine Lady and up Manuel's Bank. This battle will continue. Sky Siddle's got the 6 of Huntley all over as Barlow tries another trick to make the move, but Goodman is wise to it, holds him at bay. So up through Inkermans, up towards Ashby again. This time Barlow's had to hang back from the move. So Goodman again holds station. He wants to win this championship in style. He knows if he finishes anywhere, he will score enough points to get it done. But he wants to get it done in style. Will Martin, you just saw his details there, the leading rookie in this race. And 4th he is at the moment, in front of Sky Siddle and the 6 of Scott Huntley, with Tom Massaralla in that little mix as well. And it looks like a move for 8th position further back. I'll try and pick up who that was in a minute. Up through the left, through the right at Crook, up towards Fine Lady. This is a good run from Barlow. He's got good speed, he's got good acceleration. A little nudge here, a little nudge there. He goes to the outside to tuck in for the inside line and hopping up and over the curbs. He might just get a move into Ashby. No, he's not quite been able to get that done. Well, this is that scrap for 8th position, a bit further back, and it is the 104 Morgan Root who's tucked up there in 9th position behind the 79, that is, Harry Graham. So Graham has moved his way up. Sky Siddle won at Buckmore Park, as we remember. And she is ahead there of the 6 of Scott Huntley. But that 8th position battle is becoming part of the top 6 battle. A little bit of a contact there out of the toe of the boot. That was very close indeed. Massaralla being chased down by the 60 of Will Martin and Harry Graham, the 79. So it's all starting to kick off. Here comes Barlow. He hangs back. Stansfield there. Siddle's up to 4th position now. Scott Huntley up to 5th. So they both managed to make a place on Martin, who has dropped back a little bit. Martin down into 6th position. Make that 7th because Massaralla's through into 6th place now as well. Graham is there in 8th position. Back on board with Barlow in 2nd. That is Toby Goodman. Tuck into the inside of the left-hander, up and over the curve, down the inside straight, and up towards the boot once more. And again, Goodman twitching a little bit. He's not going to be able to dominate this one. Up the inside there, looks like a nice move from the 92 of Sam Cunliffe. He got a very nice apex there into the left-hander of the boot. So I think he's moved up a place. Let's look back behind Graham, leading the charge. That is the 104 of Morgan Root in 9th position. So he is up the inside. Is he, Barlow? No, he's being held at bay once again there by Goodman. And this is Siddle versus Huntley. Huntley's going to try and make a move on her. But Sky Siddle once again holding station. Buckmore Park seems to have done wonders for Sky Siddle's confidence. She is now a front runner pretty much every time at this point. So she is definitely, in my opinion, an odds-on bet for the championship if she sticks around in 2017. There's all sorts of rumours flying around as where she'll be racing in 2017, but you can guarantee if she sticks it out in Easykart, it's going to be very difficult to envisage anybody beating her if this is the form she's currently in. We've been watching the top 8. Look back a little bit because it's Morgan Cole in 9th position. Then it's Mills, Brown and Sam Cunliffe. They're having a great battle as well. They have a 9th position up the inside of Siddle. Contact! Huntley goes over the back of Siddle's bumper and he's lost 3 places as a result of that overtake. It didn't work. He's down from 5th to 8th position and he's going to be sick to his stomach. I think that's just a racing incident. I don't think Siddle realised he was in that position. Let's have a look. Well, Siddle looks across. Siddle is making sure he's got the room, but I think he's just too close to her. Runs over the top of the bumper and loses 3 places. I wonder what the officials will make of that. But as far as I can see, that's just a racing incident. 2 drivers going for the same bit of tarmac. Here are the leaders coming through. 4th position now, Siddle again in front of Massaralla, who's up into 5th place. 6th is now Martin, 7th is Graham. Then in 8th position, it is Huntley. Here we go again with the leaders. Goodman still holding station in front of Harry Barlow and Ty Stansfield. 1, 2 and 3. Here's Barlow. Up the inside. Is this going to work? You've left it late. But I think Goodman was aware that he was trying, so he was a little bit tentative too. And somehow that's given Goodman a bit of breathing space. Thanks very much. Don't make an overtaking move then. Give me a gap and I'll just get away. Thanks very much. Ty, go and get him, will you? Brilliant battling at the front of this race. So Ty Stansfield now all over the back of Harry Barlow, who is trying desperately to get back on terms with Goodman. Massarella's now to 4th. He's got past Sky Siddle. So Siddle is now into the clutches of Will Martin again. Didn't see where Massaralla got through, but Massaralla is through in a 4th position. He's been making great progress in this race, Massaralla. This is actually the best I've seen from him all season. He's been improving all the time. Don't forget, his best result has been a 5th place on 2 occasions. He's now sitting in 4th position. He might just, if anything cooks up in front of him, he could get a podium to round off his season in style. And he's a driver that I've been very excited about seeing develop through the season. Massarella's another one. If he's back in 2017, he'd be a regular for podiums, potential victories as well. But he and Siddle having a great battle in front of Will Martin. Graham is still 7th, and then it is Huntley in 8th position, with that 9th position battle a little further back, I think, still led by Morgan Cole. Yes, it is. So there he is, Morgan Cole in 9th position, the 74. And then the 3 carts behind, still Brown, Mills and Cunliffe having a great scrap. Siddle back up the inside of Massaralla. She's left out a little bit too late, and that's going to cost her 5th position, is it? Up the inside. Oh, it's getting a little bit racy. Up the inside there goes Martin. Graham's going to get past all of them. Graham's through into the lead of that battle, and Huntley's come through as well. Absolutely magnificent scrap there for 5th position as Massaralla has left them all standing, and they're still battling away for it. Graham is there now in 5th position. Meanwhile, Barlow's right on the back of Toby Goodman again. So he's made up all that ground he lost. He wants to win this race. So Barlow right on the tail of Goodman. Stansfield's still there in 3rd position, but the gap is now between 2nd and 3rd, not 1st and 2nd. Barlow's got a good run. Can he make one over on Goodman? Tries again, not going to happen. Here comes Huntley up the inside of Martin. Martin moves to check in just the right place on the racetrack. You can't call this kid a rookie anymore. He's had an amazing season and he's driven beautifully here today. When the chips are down, he always fights back. Will Martin, a real name for the future here in Easykart Juniors. I'd love to see him go for the title next year. So down the back straight once again. Goodman, Barlow and Stansfield. These 3 now pretty much even Stevens. Barlow's had to back out of a corner somewhere, and that's neutralised the gap again. Harry Graham up into 5th position. He's another one who has really timed it well in trying to make up positions. He's benefited from that scrabble a little bit earlier on as a result of the Massaralla-Siddle battle, and now he's up into 5th position. So here's Barlow on the back of Goodman once more. Up through the right-hander at Inkermans. Up to Ashby. Can he get through? Not this time. Has to pause. Oh, a little bit of a wide line there from Barlow. He's getting a little bit desperate. I want to get by. Come on, get on with this. Is this all the speed you've got? As up the top of the hill behind them, Martin still hassling Huntley, and Siddle is now down at the back of that queue. Well, she was dominant at Butmore Park. She's had to be a little bit more aggressive here today just to stay in the flow. There's Cole. At the head of the queue is now Connor Brown in 10th position, and coming through the field pretty quickly, I've noticed. I think in about 13th or 14th place now is Charlotte Fox. She is getting on with this. It's not easy to make up places when you're starting on the back row, but she is coming through. I'm afraid to say, though, her colleague on the back row with her, Will Checkley, has retired from the race, and he is the only retirement. So a disappointing end to the season for Will Checkley. Hopefully, we'll see him at full guns blazing next year again as well. Back on board with Barlow. That is Goodman ahead. Still Barlow determined to get through. But as we've said time and time again, sitting behind your opponent is one thing. Timing when you make the overtake is crucial. You can't just waltz in there, all guns blazing, and hope to keep the lead. He needs to hang with Goodman, wear him out, push his car to the extreme, and hope he's built up enough energy in his to get the overtaking move on the penultimate lap. Barlow is the one holding all the cards here. Very fast down the straight, though. He might be able to get him on the inside. They bang wheels. Is he through? Yes! Beautifully done from Barlow. That was a situation where he had the speed and momentum. He had to take advantage of it. He might not get another chance. So beautifully done there from Barlow. He realised he was quicker. He thread the eye of the needle at 40, 50 miles an hour and said, "Thank you very much. I'm going to take the lead now, Toby. Come and catch me if you can." Down the inside straight, and now Stansfield's realised, oh, you can get past Toby Goodman at Whilton. Right, time for me to have a go then. Up through the toe, down the hill, through the ankle, and across the line once again. Starting to get a little bit cooler here. Clouds coming in. That could drop the temperature of the circuit a little bit. But Goodman is now the person with all the cards. This is the only disadvantage. He's going to go back up the inside and take the lead straight away. Barlow's going to try and get him back. But he slots neatly into second position and goes, fair enough, I'm going to try again into Ashby. Doesn't quite make the move stick. This is magic. I love Easykart when the racing really gets going. Great battling between these three at the front. And if these three keep squabbling, Tom Massarella might just get a sniff of the podium. They've got to be careful here. Massarella's under pressure from Graham. Up the inside again. Can't quite get through. Good work from Goodman. He's really holding it, but Barlow knows that we've got maybe 3 laps to go here, so he's got to push. He's got to try and get Goodman into a false sense of security. He's got to try and make that move stick. 9th position still Cole. 10th place, that is Connor Brown, and Charlotte Fox is now tucked up behind Sam Cunliffe, trying to go for 11th position. She's done a great job. So here is Barlow, again, having a go at Goodman, the leader. Goodman on the 7. Barlow on the 4, out of Ashby, down Kenny's, into Parker, down the short stretch, into Chapman's, and Stansfield is watching their every move. He's got to be careful as well. He's got to be close enough to pounce, but far enough away that if they do get into the wars, he can knit through and get the victory. Stansfield is in a very critical position here in 3rd place, and he's put himself there beautifully. He can't afford to be too close to these two. Into the penultimate lap. Graham has now got some challenge, getting back into the battle. Yoo-hoo, remember me, Scott Huntley, right there in 6th position, closing up for a potential run at 4th. And look, it's time to defend as far as Toby Goodman is concerned. So he holds that inside line again. Oh, a bit of a wobble mid-corner at Inkermans from Barlow as they go into Ashby. Stansfield again watching every single inch of movement these guys make. Down through Parker, down the short stretch, into Chapman's, and you get the sense that Barlow is screaming in that helmet. Come on, man, get out of the way. I am at least a quarter of a second a lap faster than you. I should be winning this race, not you. Get out of the way, you roadblock. Down the straight, into the final turn, up and over the curb, and into the final lap we go. And surely Barlow's going to have to pull off something special to get past Goodman in this defensive mode. Up Manuel's bank. He holds the inside line. No, you don't. He drifts out wide. Barlow's not quite got the energy. Again, they swarm from side to side. What a way to end the season. An absolute battle royale between these two. Goodman holds it. Surely now the only chance Barlow's got is to throw it up the inside of the ankle of the boot. Into the left-hander. He's got to get this final corner right. Scott Huntley, the fastest lap of the race, further back to move into 6th position. But I think Barlow's missed his chance. It's been a great fight all race long, but it's going to go to the new champion who wins in final style in the brilliant end to the season. Magnificent win for Toby Goodman. He wins the championship by crossing the line first and winning the final race of the year in front of Barlow and Stansfield. Great run from Massarella in 4th position. Graham in 5th from Scott Huntley in 6th position. The leading rookie is Will Martin in front of Sky Siddle. Morgan Cole and Connor Brown end their rookie campaigns in the top 10 here at Whilton Mill. But Toby Goodman bows out as the champion and on the top step of the podium. Top job. Well done, buddy.
So, last year was your first season in junior class. I know you did one race or something like that the year before, but last year was your first full season. A learning curve, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah, definitely. We made so many mistakes that were just obviously ours, and they were rookie mistakes. But we learned from that into this year. A bit of took it on the chin, and I think we have learned from it. I mean, it was been mostly clean this year, couple instances, but we'll forget about them. So it's been a really good year for us.
No, fantastic. And you've come in this year and you really have stormed it. It's been some terrific racing, and you certainly showed your class. And to finish it off as double champion, not just sewing up the junior championship, but going away with that E-plate title as well. I mean, that must make you feel even better.
Yeah, I mean, today was just about finishing, really. We knew we were in a good position, but Harry's been blisteringly quick all day, and if there was a prize for the person who gave the most amount of pressure to a driver today in juniors, he would win it by a mile. So I'm really surprised I managed to win it today, because, like I say, Harry's been really quick. But no, I'm really happy with the result this year, and yeah.
Top of the podium, top of the table. Toby Goodman wins the championship. Tyrone Stansfield and Scott Huntley chasing him down all the way, just pipping Harry Barlow to the top 3. Graham and Martin round out the top 6, and we'll continue on here at Whilton Mill with the senior lights.